We've all heard conspiracy theories. Birds aren't real. Was the moon landing fake? When do conspiracy theories turn from something entertaining and benign to something more dangerous? Do you ever wonder how conspiracy theories work? You should always think of a singular conspiracy theory as an ecosystem, because it involves both the content of the theory, the content that's created, and what's called a conspiracy entrepreneur, the person who says, I'm going to take that content and I'm going to market it to a certain set of people who are disposed to believe that thing. Already we have three key ingredients that make up the conspiracy ecosystem. That is the content of the conspiracy theory, which goes through a bunch of different iterations. We have the conspiracy entrepreneur who packages it and targets it. And then of course we have the audience, the people who are disposed to believe that particular conspiracy. If you don't have each of these three ingredients, you don't have a conspiracy theory. The conspiracy entrepreneur also knows who their audience is and modifies the content so as to appeal to that audience. So it's not entirely random which conspiracies spread. Many of them have been designed and modified. So when I teach my class on conspiracy theories, one thing I always want to tell the students is that it's not so much that there are people who believe conspiracy theories and people who don't. It's more of a spectrum. We all kind of are susceptible to believing in conspiracism. It's more of like a matter of human nature that we look for patterns and we all kind of see them. Now there are of course those of us who are more prone to finding conspiracism seductive. But everybody has it in you, so don't look at people who tell you a conspiracy theory and judge them, because we are all susceptible. It could be you just as easily who believes in something that someone else finds farcical for good reason. The most recent evolution of the conspiracy ecosystem is to not just have a passive audience, but to have an audience that kind of engages in and becomes a sort of smaller version of the conspiracy entrepreneur. So it's a group of people who are conspiracy entrepreneurs instead of a single individual. But a lot of current conspiracy theories have this feature of choose your own adventure. QAnon is the best example of a choose your own adventure conspiracy. If you talk to different people who actually adhere to some part of QAnon, and you say, what is the QAnon conspiracy theory? You can write down what it is. Tell you it's got A, B, C, D. Those are the four elements of QAnon. But then when you talk to people who believe in it, some people believe A, some people believe B, nobody believes A and C, everybody believes D. So it has this gamification aspect because it's like, what part do you like? Most conspiracy theories are entertaining. They're fun to engage with. So even if you don't really believe it, there's an aspect of fun to just entertaining. Well, what if that is true? Maybe it's true. Maybe Taylor Swift is in cahoots with the NFL. But it can get dangerous as those conspiracy theories get darker and darker and darker, and then you start feeling like, oh, I need to do something about it. That's where things can get bad, because now some people, maybe not even you, the person that told other people this conspiracy theory, when people want to act on it, then you have to think, okay, wait. Are we sure that this is the case? Or might we want to exercise a little restraint? It's when the conspiracy entrepreneurs attempt to mobilize these people once that social group is formed. It looks much more like political revolution as we've understood it for a long time. Political revolution always involves a mass of people, but then it also involves the revolutionary entrepreneur or the vanguard, somebody who mobilizes people and points them at something. That's when things move from benign to dangerous. Politicians have always been aware of conspiracy theories. Everybody's heard of JFK conspiracy theory. But in the last decade or so is where we've really witnessed the weaponization of conspiracism among politicians. They each have the way in which they use conspiracism and people's susceptibility to conspiratorial thinking. Conspiracism is now just a part of American politics. Each side or each party has a constituency of conspiratorially minded people, and that is how they serve that constituency. The biggest way to misunderstand how the conspiracy ecosystem works is to look at them as though they're about truth. The audience that is susceptible to the conspiracism, there's a sense of community among those people for the same reason that when you go to a concert and you look around all of the other people that are Blackpink fans, You say, oh, we are alike in a deep, important way that matters to me because you like Blackpink and I like Blackpink. There are articles that look at flat earthers, and some flat earthers, they cease to believe the flat earth conspiracy, but don't abandon it and don't abandon endorsing it, not because they care or believe it, but because their friend group does. And to be frank, they're right. It's much more important to have camaraderie with your friends, because me as an individual, my personal theory about the shape of the earth is largely irrelevant. We have really good scientists all over the world that have that covered. Understanding the social dynamics of the conspiracy ecosystem is critical. Don't tell people, don't hang out with these friends of yours that you've been friends with for a long time because I'm going to persuade you that this objective fact is the case. That's a bad strategy, and it's a bad strategy because it creates a dilemma for the person, and a dilemma that we as scholars should not create. Help them to be part of a better community or try to target that community. Why do they believe this? Let's not try to tear people away, but try to build on camaraderie and all of these social aspects that are truly important to people. It's not a matter of, it's something wrong with you. We all do it. They're entertaining, they're fun, but we should always keep in mind that we're all in this together, and we all are susceptible to falling into conspiracy black holes.